In this video series, we're going to look at a program that could be used like at a box office at a movie theater, and it will be used to implement the business rules of this fictitious theater. But there are also some techniques that are important to us because you'll see them on later programs that you'll be asked to write in class. So before we look at the program, let's run through the business rules for the movie theater. And we've all been to the movie theater, and you know that certain times of day the movies are cheaper, and then in the evening the costs generally go up. And then there may be even a distinction between the age of the patron. For example, a young child might pay less to get into the movie, as would a senior citizen. So let's say that the business rules are as follows. To see a movie at the movie theater, if it's a matinee, let's say before 4 o'clock in the afternoon, if it's a matinee movie, children under 12 and seniors will pay $5.25. And then adults would pay $6.25. And just note that adults here is loosely defined as somebody between the ages of, say, 12 and 64, okay? So that's matinee. And then for the evening, we know the prices go up. And in the evening, children under 12 and seniors would pay $7.75. And then adults would pay $9. So those are the business rules, and then let's look at the application. Okay, so this could conceivably be used at a box office, and notice we have a technique here that we haven't done yet. We have these check boxes, okay? And if I'm the clerk working at the box office, I would select whether it's a matinee or evening show, and then I would select the patron's age. Okay, so let's say it's an evening show, and we have an adult, basically, maybe somebody between the ages of 12 and 64, and we know that they have to pay $9, so I will get the price, and there's the cost of the ticket. If it were matinee, the cost of the ticket is $6.25. This may seem a little strange to you. We have check boxes here, and they are behaving in a way that is probably counterintuitive to you as a Windows user. Let's look at this. For example, I'm in Microsoft Word here, and I'm going to pull up this window. Okay. Here are check boxes in this window. We've all used check boxes as Windows users, and the thing with check boxes is that they can be like if you have say a group of check boxes, like we do down here, a small cluster of check boxes, I can check any one of them, and whether or not I check this one or that one has no bearing on the other, and I can have more than one selected. Contrast that with radio buttons, which are these guys, and only one can be selected. So that's the nature of the radio button versus the checkboxes. When you have a radio button or a group of radio buttons, only one can be selected at any given time. As soon as I select the one, the other one becomes deselected, and vice versa. Now the thing with checkboxes is that you can check multiples, okay? And Windows users are accustomed to this behavior. Now, the thing with us is, in this class, we're using Small Basic. It's somewhat limited, and we do not have a way to make radio buttons in this class. Even with the Fremi extension package, we can make checkboxes, but not radio buttons. So what we have to do, and this is just something it's just us making do with what we have available to us, we have to add checkboxes to our window, but code them so that they behave like radio buttons, because only one of these should be selected. Either a show is matinee or it's evening. It cannot be both. And then we're selecting the patron's age. They're either under 12 or they're between 12 and 64, or they're a senior citizen. They cannot be more than one of those things. So if you can just get past that strange little thing about this program and others that you'll have to do in the near future, then you'll be okay. So the first couple of videos that we talk about after this one will deal with just this setup and adding checkboxes to the window and coding them so that they behave like radio buttons and that only one can be checked at any given time.